Greetings, folks. It is Monday, June the... Is it June the 4th? Yeah, I'm just putting on some handles on a few little... So when you're putting on a handle, here's a good tip for you. Dip your hand in the water pot. See that little bit of water there? Take that and put it where you're going to put the handle and use your fingernail to scratch. Right there at the top where you're going to make the attachment. Here's another tip. Make sure when you put the handle, it's dead opposite the pouring lip. I've got some little handles here that I pulled earlier here. So we'll just peel one of these off. These I pulled probably about an hour ago, maybe 45 minutes. Here's another tip. Use your knuckle here, hold it, and then use your knuckle to spread the clay, you see? So you get this little turn up here. That little bit of clay there, that's going to help you to attach the handle, you see. So it's always helpful when you're putting on a handle, use a banding wheel, okay? I've got it on a banding wheel down here right now. Okay? And as you're attaching it, don't let the handle droop. Always keep it supported, okay? I'm using my thumb here just to smooth in that little turn over bit of clay I just showed you before. Okay, now I'm going to take it to the vertical, dip it in the water pot. Sorry, you can't see every little detail because it's just the way that I'm using my iPad and it's kind of like just propped up there, you know. A little bit precarious. Okay, so I'm pulling down now, you see, away from the pot, just pulling down. And then when I'm happy with it, I'm going to hold it by the end, bring it back to the vertical like this. Okay? And when you're happy with your handle, the size of the handle, just touch it there where you want it to join. It'll just stay there, you see. Yeah. There's quite a bit of sort of like eyeballing you've got to do. You want to make sure that the handle's in line with the spout and, you know, all those sorts of things, of course. So with these, I'm not doing fishtails. In this phase of my life, I'm doing a different kind of. I smooth it over like this, and then I've got like a. I'll show you. Yeah, I've got a little stamp. By the way, keep your stamps and things in a little box, and then you won't lose them. If you don't, I guarantee you will lose them. We're going to need that, and then yeah, this is just a little homemade squiggle of clay, you see. You just roll out some clay, sort of so, and then roll it up onto itself, just like that, and then bisfire it. So what I do is I take that and I impress it into there. It's best not to do it immediately after I've attached the handle. It's better to just wait a little bit, you know. So This guy I'll put back on the wear board, and I will come back to him. What have we got here? Well, here I have a mug, one of my regular tankards. But you see, it needs fettling off, doesn't it, on the base here? To do that, you just need a little bit of water on the end of your thumb. Okay, and just literally just go over that bevel there, you see. It's at this stage of the game where you realize that having a bevel there is actually a brilliant idea. It just makes it so much easier. Apart from the fact that you should be putting bevels on the bottoms of your pots anyway, because it protects the corner of the pot. It also protects Grandma's best tabletop. Okay, so yeah, dip my finger in the water pot. Bit of water there, you see. That's going to go right here, like that. So you don't need to use a little scratching tool, all right, to scratch. What happens if you have an itch on your body? What do? Do you get a special tool to scratch it? No, you just give it a good old scratch, you see. In the same way, just scratch the clay with your fingernail with a little bit of water, and what happens is you create the slip. You make the slip here. Don't add slip. That's a mistake. Don't do it. And don't use a scratcher. Use your fingernail. You see, you're cutting quite a lot of corners there, quite a lot of time. Let's have a sip of tea. Quite a lot of time you can save with these little tips, you see. Right, let's see. This handle here, we'll take this one. All right. Knuckle. So, and now attach. I'm doing this down here on the banding wheel. Sorry you can't see it, but I'll lift it up here now. I've just attached the underside. I'm now going to use my thumb on the top. That little bit of clay that I created by butting it with my knuckle gives me a little bit of clay just to smooth in, you see. Join the handle. Now take it so the handle is hanging like that. Put it in the water pot. I think these handles, I've left them a smidgen too long, but they're okay. What I mean is I left them a little long after I pulled them. When I came back into the studio here, the sun was shining in across the table and onto the handles, which is not ideal. Okay, so there you have it, okay. Now we're just going to take the end and we're just going to bend it over, supporting it and holding it as we go, you see, like this. It's important to get the handle right. What do I mean by that? I mean, any appendage that you add to a pot that you've made, if it is not in harmony with the pot itself, it immediately looks out of place, doesn't it? It immediately looks too cumbersome, too heavy, sticking out too far. It's not in harmony with the pot itself. These are all things that we have to consider, aren't they? Okay, so I'm just pushing this in here, and then I nip off the end like that. So then it looks like that. It looks a bit ratty, but we're just going to, with some careful pressure with my finger here, pushing and smoothing over it, you see. Okay, just want to make it look sort of rounded off. Any imperfections, when you put this on, boom, you don't notice them anymore. It just sort of hides all the mistakes. It doesn't hide them. It just your eye is okay. Seal. Make yourself a seal. Do not be a scratcher. It looks so much more professional and neater and more well done if you can put your own little seal on. You see. People who take a pointer and scratch. So you want to look at it from that angle. Maybe you need to make a little adjustment. Look at it from the sideways like that, and also look at it like that. Okay. Okay, I have here, been loafing around here for ages. For a couple of weeks in a plastic. I come and give it a spray once in a while just to get it back to, and cover it again, you know. Yeah, it's just a picture. I did as a demo at an Amish school I went to. I've got a handle here which I think is a little, yeah, it's a little bigger than the other ones, of course, so because this is a little bigger. So here we go, butting the end with your knuckle. Okay, now with my thumb here across the top, pushing that clay from the handle into the body of the pot like that. Okay, now bring it back to the vertical. And now we're gonna finish you. Yeah, well, I've been hanging around here waiting for you to finish me, Simon. Okay. Let's take it by the end here now. You see, I'm supporting it by holding it by the end, you see? You see the arch I've created there? Because I'm holding the end of it. Now I can let it fall. You see? Letting it fall. So, the distance from here, where my finger is, to here, or this space in between, so you can get, you see, your fingers in. You want to think of that. Some people like to have handles a little bit more like that. I just gave it some downward pressure. All right, so okay, so I've got to look at it from that angle. You see, and maybe push it slightly. But look at it like this. Look at it like that. Just taking a little bit of water here just around the top, because see how I'm rolling my finger like that? That's a good thing to do. Right, seal. Make your own seals, carve them out of clay and carve them in reverse. Like you would in a mirror sort of thing. Okay, I'll put this thing on. Not right now, I just want to let it set up a bit, because otherwise if you apply a seal or an impressing stamp, whatever it is, and it's too wet, the clay, it gags in, it clogs. Clogging is the word, I guess, not gagging, but it clogs the seal up, you know, and then you have to end up getting your needle tool and cleaning it all out. So it's better just leave it a little bit, and then you'll find that it won't do that. Okay, folks, that's it. I hope that's been helpful to you. Just a little bit of the nuts and bolts of attaching a handle. I've done lots of videos on pulling handles, and I've done lots of videos on attaching handles as well. It's a repeat game, isn't it? We're about this production stuff. But yeah, have a go doing that. And if you're interested in Zoom clay online instruction where you are working at your wheel, and I will sit there and watch you and give commentary, to a live commentary, as you know what you're doing, if you're doing, and try to help you to improve. If you're somebody who knows how to do it all perfectly, then you probably you may not benefit from having me do that. But if you're somebody who's still struggling, or wants a helping hand for somebody just to sit with you and tell you if you're doing something wrong, how to stop doing that, and I'll give you some suggestions. If that interests you, write to me, simonleachpottery@gmail.com. I think there's a mention on it on the website somewhere actually about that. But yeah, contact me and I'll give you the information you need. It's pretty simple. You just got to sit down by your wheel, make sure you've got good light so I can see what you're doing, and your camera, your phone or whatever you're using is positioned sufficiently close enough so I can watch you. Apart from that, Leach treadle wheels. I get people writing to me about these wheels, and I, as yet, have not started a batch of wheels, so I don't know whether we will or not. I'll just have more time to make pots. So anyway, but if you are interested in a wheel, write to me. We do ask for a 50% deposit. Details of the wheel are on the website, prices, etc. Check them out. I don't know what else to say other than keep practicing. You see, when you practice, you build muscle memory. All right? You build muscle memory. And that's what you need. You've got to teach your brain and your muscles in your fingers and wrists and arms. You've got to train those, and that's where the repeat comes in. That's why we do this repetition. It builds muscle memory. Okay, folks, that's it. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.